There are people online who get famous for no reason and don't deserve it at all. In that mix are people, whether disabled or simply just weird, that are only popular or viewed online because of those traits. These people tend to record all of their life online, not understanding that some things belong behind closed doors or the true reason behind their high viewership. These people are referred to as lolcows. These people are like reality TV shows in vlog form on social media, mainly seen on TikTok. Today I'm going to be talking about one known as WorldOfTShirts, or his government name, Joshua Block. WorldOfTShirts has been on TikTok for a while now and is one of the biggest and most mainstream lolcows with 2.5 million followers on TikTok and multiple interviews with people like Barstool, and just kind of seen, if you see TikToks on New York, you might see him in those for just really no reason. Josh, as you can see, clearly has mental deficiencies. He's autistic, maybe has more issues, I'm not completely sure, and his whole account and personality revolves around alcohol, being from New York, and a terrible joke that never sticks about him being banned on Tinder.
So, I opened Tinder like one does. What does BANNED mean?
He got popular off of singing Empire State of Mind by Alicia Keys, because you could guess he lives in New York. He also is quite obnoxious as he yells the lyrics while recording himself in the middle of the busy city.
Yeah, in New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York.
As well as talks about how he's the king of New York, which every rapper from there claims to be, so he perfectly fits the New York stereotype. What also got him popular was he'd often dance in the middle of the public, and even licked random places in New York like the subway floor, which only gained him more attention and interaction online. Josh would end up becoming more obnoxious and take a dark turn, as when everything else went downhill, so did he during the 2020. Josh would complain about how the 2020 restrictions were unconstitutional. Although this isn't really bad, it'd be the start to a very toxic behavior. Josh would end up getting into a lot of situations, and some more just recently, on both his vacations in different countries and in New York. He's had multiple incidences of him being a nuisance in public and loudly speaking on his phone, as well as starting stuff and getting repercussions for it. His common splurges of nonsense are, "I'm living paycheck to paycheck," and other yapping nonsense you'll figure out soon. One incident would be in a subway where Josh would start talking about how he hates America and claims he lives paycheck to paycheck. He was getting upset because the United States government was trying to ban TikTok at the time. He would say stuff very loudly, then when told to be quiet, he'd get into an argument with someone and then talk about how he was going to sue them, while also calling them a bunch of names extremely loud while on the New York subway heading back home. Some people ended up just using him as entertainment and at the same time try to sort of calm him down. As, this is New York. They probably see people crazy like him all day, every day, so they just are really used to it and just decide to kind of poke a stick at it.
Buck humbled 3 times on train.
In this country. There's nothing good for me in America. Stop telling me to shut up. I'm going home. Don't tell me to shut up. This is free country. I can do whatever I want.
No need to say that. Alright.
I want to leave this country. I want to leave. But I was born in a dictatorship. They're gonna ban TikTok in the US. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? It's my only source of income. What the hell is happening right now? They're gonna ban TikTok in the US. It's my only form of income. It's my only source of income.
I'll follow you. What's your username?
Whoever said delete TikTok is great.
I can't do that. It's my only source of income. I live paycheck to paycheck. I'm sick. Shut the. I'll sue you for millions of dollars. You know what? I'm moving to a different car. Jerk. I'll sue you. Jerk. You unemployed jerk. I'll sue. Unemployed. I'm gonna sue her, that jerk. I'll be suing. I'm suing him. Unemployed jerk. I'm suing. Emotional trauma and I'll sue for harassment. I hate this country. I want to leave. If I sue the girl for harassment, I'll be a millionaire. I won't be poor anymore. I'll just sue the girl for harassment. I won't be poor anymore. If she has a job, I'll garnish her wages. I had the audacity to tell me to well, you know what? I'll sue her for every dime she has. That's about me. Like, she's talking about me. I'll sue her. I'll be suing her. Talking about me. Like, what, dude? Like, what did I ever do? What did I ever do to her? I can't wait to sue her and be a multi-millionaire. I can travel to any country I want, when I want. I just can't
Joshua
live in this
gets
country
punched in the
anymore.
face.
I'll sue the government. You unemployed. I'll sue you. He punched me. He punched me. He freaking punched me. He punched me. He punched me. That guy punched me in the face. I'll sue him. I'll sue his unemployment. Then I could go to Paris. I could travel to any country I want, and I won't have to work anymore. This guy punched me in the face. I'm suing. I'm gonna sue him for assault. This guy punched me in the face and then ran.
Like a coward.
I'm gonna sue him for $1 million and go to France. This guy punched me in the face.
Down.
The guy punched me.
Who punched you?
Some guy punched
I was watching your live. Nobody punched you.
Yeah, he did.
Down.
He punched me in the
Behave yourself.
face.
Wait till you get the Babylon and shut. Nobody punched you.
Yeah, he
All right?
did.
Nobody punched you. Take your head off.
Don't
Shut the
tell
fuck
me
up.
what to do.
Go to sleep at 3 in the morning. Shut up.
You
right?
unemployed.
Unemployed.
You unemployed. I'll sue you for harassment. I can't believe. I can't go to New York without getting harassed. I can't go to New York City without getting harassed. Every time I go to New York, I get harassed.
There was also other breakdowns he had in New York, like one where he went up to a car, hit it, and then ran away as they chased him, as well as in the same night, I believe, he got really mad and just ran up to people and started screaming, and I think he was trying to scare them or act like he was going to hit them or planned on hitting them. It's very weird.
I got it.
He'd also end up getting super upset if you took his hat, which has happened multiple times, and some of those times were whenever he was out of the country, like in Iceland.
I may as well forget about it and enjoy the rest of my vacation. It's no big deal. I didn't get robbed or anything. I peed my pants. I got blackout drunk, and I woke up to a big pile of vomit that day. Whoa! Why did you take that? Get back here, you little thing! Stop him! Stop him! Stop him! Stop him! Ow! Why? Can you give it back? Please! Please! Oh my... Oh my God. He tried to steal it again. Oh my... How did he end up in Iceland? He tried to steal my hat again. I don't know. He just pulled it off and threw it. What? I'm sick of it.
Yeah, I can see why.
I'm suing! I'm suing! I don't want my vacation spoiled again. Why would he do that to me?
It's just to troll you, I think.
But this is Iceland.
Yeah, I know.
How did he get here? It was the same person.
Oh, he probably lives here.
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
He threw it on the... Why would he do that to me? I thought I was safe here and I barely any vacations. I will sue everybody involved in this scheme. I'm really pissed off. The guy stole it again. Was it? It had to have been the same person. How the heck did he get to Iceland? How did he get to Iceland? Well, he lives in New York. He pulled the same thing twice on me. It had to have been. It's not a coincidence.
What? Where's the hat? Where's the hat? The red guy in the red. In red.
Where is it? I was wearing it and someone stole it.
Where? What's he? I need...
Oh, God. Where's the hat? Somebody stole it. Who would want to steal a hat?
Help me! Help! Give it back, please! Help! 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 Please give it back! Please! Please! No! Give it back! Help me! Help! Oh my God! Can you give it? Give it back! Oh my! Oh my God! He did.
There's another drama I could talk about where he was tricked from a cameo. He was like kind of tricked into saying the N word or like a word like the N word, and supposedly was getting canceled over it or something. I don't really know if people really cared or not, or if people were just trolling him to think he was getting canceled. But he had a whole meltdown. This was in New York.
Trying to cancel me over Cameo?
You're gonna get more publicity.
You unemployed. I'll sue your parents. I'll sue their grandparents. They'll be working a 9 to 5 at 90 years old with a walking cane.
Living paycheck to paycheck.
Living paycheck to paycheck. Because I'll come after their retirement funds. Emotional damage, loss of income, loss of enjoyment of life. I'm a billionaire.
I'll get you the best lawyer in New York City.
Good. You have millions of dollars.
I know. I've a lot of them.
I don't have to find a contingency lawyer. You could pay for a retainer.
Yeah, of course. I'll take care of it for you.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who takes care of Josh. No one else does. I set up with Cameo.
Such a good life, and I threw it all away by joining Cameo.
The only one who cares for Josh is me, Michael Quinn. No one else. No one else. Tell him.
No one else. Michael Quinn is my mentor.
See that? I'm using you. I'm not using Josh.
Unemployed.
You have to follow me.
You can't cancel me.
No one else gives you the job opportunities. No one else but me, right here.
He told me to say the N-word. Snowflake. I didn't know it was racist.
You live paycheck to
I
paycheck.
live paycheck to paycheck.
Funky monkey. Poor that funky monkey.
If I get canceled off TikTok, I may as well myself.
You live paycheck to paycheck.
I live paycheck to paycheck.
There's also other times where he's just been obnoxious and loud and like in public. But here's that as well.
Do not collect $200. This isn't the end.
Hello. No.
What's wrong?
You're screaming. What are you doing?
Sorry.
Yeah, you should be sorry. Be quiet.
Be quiet.
No, yeah.
We're doing stuff here.
What are you doing? You're gonna be quiet. That's what you're gonna do. Okay.
Okay.
Go sit down.
Sorry, I'll stop you yelling. They think this is freaking monopoly or something. Look what the sign says. Do not pass go. Do not.
He's also called someone the N-word. Personally, I don't care, but I think it's just interesting.
Bro.
Wow.
I'll fucking kill you.
You also can't forget that Joshua in June of 2021 would end up stomping on a fish carelessly and smiled and laughed while doing so. When criticized about it online, he tried to say that he was set up by the person recording and was told it was dead beforehand. Don't know how it makes it any better, but to add on, he asked people to stop talking about the situation and to forget it happened. He also claimed he couldn't be cancelled because he is a quote-quote monopoly in the category of NYC roaming videos on TikTok. He made an apology video and talked about it on a TikTok live. Here is both of those.
So a lot of people are upset about a leaked video of me stomping on a fish. First of all, the fish was already dead. The person who recorded me without my permission. They didn't pay the Cameo, so they weren't even supposed to record me, but they posted it to set me up, so that they would have an excuse to try and cancel me. I did not kill anything. The fish was already dead. Yeah, okay, I apologized. Why don't we just end it? Stop with the cancel culture. I'm down like 8,000 followers because of this. Like, why? Why are you doing this? I apologized. I knew it was wrong and it was dead in the first place. The guy was just lying that it was not dead. Look, I was set up. He recorded it and posted it as an excuse to try and cancel me. I was laughing because it was a dead fish, okay? And I apologized for smashing it. Why don't you just forget about it, you know? Stop hating on me. Stop trying to get me canceled. Stop doing whatever you're doing. Okay? I am sorry. I sincerely apologize. Just end it. Can't you end it? I'm the only account that roams New York City on a consistent basis. You guys can't cancel me. I have a monopoly going on. I don't deserve to be canceled. It happened to me at 900K, and I was sick. I was literally sick mentally. Because I saw how many fans were leaving. They were a bunch of fake fans that were just blocking me, boycotting me, unfollowing, whatever they were doing. Now I have to call a frickin' cab to get to the station. I hope I don't miss the 2 o'clock train. You guys can't... Yeah, I'm the only account that roams Manhattan on a consistent basis. We have a monopoly going on. You cancel me, there's gonna be no more New York City vlogs. You cancel me, there's gonna be no more New York City vlogs, because I'm the only account that does this. Like, this is... I stepped on a dead fish, and he accused me of killing the fish, and posted it. Like, and I apologize for stepping on it at all. You know, I know it was wrong. I know it was wrong to step on a dead fish. But okay, why don't we move on? You know what I'm saying? Stop hating on me. Stop trying to cancel me. Don't unfollow, don't block, don't leave hate comments, don't do any of that. Let's just move on. I'm very sorry. Okay? Think twice before you try to cancel me, because there's gonna be no more New York City vlogs if I end up getting canceled, because I'm the only channel that does this type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we are moving on. I did post a video. I did, okay, yeah, I know that was wrong for me to step on a dead fish. Now, yeah, get over it. If you don't like me, you shouldn't be on this. You shouldn't have downloaded this app. If you don't like people, you shouldn't have had the downloaded TikTok to begin with. You shouldn't have followed me to begin with if you didn't like me. Like, it's very weird. You shouldn't have been watching my if you didn't like me. You shouldn't have even watched my if you're not a real fan, why did you even watch my... It's weird. This happened to me back at 900K. This time I'm actually canceled for a reason. When I was at 900K and I lost a ton of followers, I didn't know what was going on. But still, it's a stupid reason. It's a stupid reason. I am the king of New York. I made one little mistake, and it wasn't even that bad. If I have to... If I have to, I'm gonna report every single person that left hate comments on my video and every single account that has me blocked or unfollowed. I'll report those accounts and get them banned from this app. Yeah, tell people to forget it. Tell people to man up and live with it. I made one little mistake. I apologize. That should be the end of it, right? Not according to these jerks. Yeah, okay. This time I'm getting canceled for a real reason. The last time when I had like 900k and I lost like a bunch of... I didn't know what was going on. But still, it's stupid. It's a stupid reason. Like, it's a stupid... It's happening for a stupid reason. I didn't kill a fish. It was already dead. I didn't kill anything. It was dead already. He framed me. I apologize. Why is this still... Why are you still hating on me? I don't understand it. If I have to, I'll report every single account that has left a hate comment or has me blocked or unfollow or isn't following me. Because I'm not playing games anymore. Yeah, I can. If you're trying to cancel someone for no reason, that's bullying, and I can report you for that and get you banned. If you're canceling is a form of bullying. I'll report every single account that isn't following me. I'll report every single account that is not following me, has me blocked, or left hate comments on my videos. I'm also checking my DMs, so I'll report those too. You try to cancel me, you're gonna get your account banned. Where's the frickin' cab? I don't want to miss the train. I'll report those too. I didn't do anything. Like, I stomped on a dead fish. Like, okay? I apologized too. I'm just gonna end the live. It's pointless.
If you can't tell by his live stream, his attitude, and how he acts by now, he's a very cocky, loud, obnoxious, and ego-filled person. This behavior only got worse with time, as he has now recently gotten popular for just yelling at people on his phone in public and talking about how he lives paycheck to paycheck, despite going on 3 vacations this year, at least so far. One in Iceland, one in Paris, and one in Rome. These are all pinned on his TikTok account, by the way. So when he's talking about living paycheck to paycheck, and then immediately having a pinned post, 3 of them, 3 vacations, not not at all. You're not like the average American. There's been multiple recorded live streams and TikTok showing this awful behavior, and all of these get him more attention. But the main point of this video was to talk about his drinking. I talked a little about it earlier, but his drinking is the most recent big issue, as he has a drinking problem and has for a while now. But it's only proceeding to get worse, as he is drinking earlier and earlier, and you can notice in his TikToks or live streams early in the day, he is shaking. He has, like, you know, the shakes.
Them fresh morning jitters, if you will.
He also goes live and records TikToks of himself drinking every day and all night, just to do it again the next day. With getting what I assume to be government checks, as well as some from TikTok and YouTube, and living with family, he can feed his alcoholism 24/7. This has been the talking subject on TikTok, as a lot of people, when realizing the issue going on, started making TikToks about it. Josh and his drinking problem reached audiences of whole different genres of content on TikTok, and people who don't even know who he or lolcows are. Some people say he is drinking to cope with autism, and I will play a TikTok here from a girl with autism that describes what he might be going through to a T.
Drinking to help with autism. I don't know anything about autism, so I don't want to speak on it.
I'm diverting from the lighthearted nature of my usual content. I've seen a few people talk about this Josh guy and his very public struggle with alcoholism. I haven't seen that many people talk about how he's drinking to help with autism. I'm really glad this guy brought it up. He said he doesn't know anything about autism, so he doesn't want to speak on it. I'm here, I'm going to speak on it because it's something that needs to be acknowledged and talked about. It's something that I've struggled with immensely in my life. I 100% believe that autistic people are more at risk for alcoholism and drug addiction, things like that. And I think it's more common for people who went most of their lives undiagnosed, or who maybe were diagnosed earlier on, but didn't have access to the resources they needed in order to learn how to navigate a world that works against how our brains are wired. When you go your entire life feeling like you don't fit in anywhere, like you are a literal alien, like you are not a person compared to the people around you, when you're someone who has pushed themselves to complete exhaustion, trying to make sure that those people don't also see you as an alien, it becomes subconscious. You start doing it whether you want to or not, and now you're trapped in this cycle of masking yourself into a burnout, dealing with that burnout, and then going out and doing it again. It becomes really easy to pass off all control to this substance that mutes the deafening, screaming voice in your head, constantly telling you that you're doing everything wrong, you're saying everything wrong, you're not supposed to be here, you have no place here. And then you're in an environment like a bar where everyone else around you is also on this substance that limits their ability to comprehend the social standards they have pushed onto you forever. It gives you this sense of relief that you're finally on an even playing field with these people for the first time in your life. You remain at the mercy of this thing that's become very sinister very quickly, because you feel like you have two options. You can either pump your body full of it from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, so you don't have to deal with the consequences of sobering up and realizing nothing's actually changed about the way that you are and the way the world sees that, or you can let it go and continue grasping at straws in your everyday life just to feel like you have a purpose, or like you fit in somewhere, anywhere. And then when you're in a position like Josh, where you are kind of thrust into this public eye and in turn forced into kind of a constant social interaction, for a lot of autistic people, we really latch on to structure and the way things are, the way things are supposed to be, the way we're supposed to be when in a certain position. This influencer mentality has taken root in your brain, and you feel like you need to be this social figure, and the only place you feel comfortable doing that is in a bar. Thankfully, I've been able to get kind of a handle on my drinking. I still struggle with it when I'm in any sort of social situation. The only thing I'm thinking about is, how do I get a drink in me to make this more tolerable? But there are periods of my life in the past, months, weeks, whatever, that are completely black, completely blank, because I was not sober for any of it. It leads to a lot of embarrassment, a lot of regret. You start to lose who you are. You feel like you're questioning kind of your morality, you're questioning your purpose. The bottom line is that Joshua is a human being who has lost his sense of self, who has a skewed perception of the world around him, and these people in his circle, to them, he's comedic relief. He's a character. He's the butt of some cruel joke that makes them feel better about themselves when they wake up sober in the morning and realize that they got so drunk the night before that they were experiencing a sort of social disconnect from like normal social structure that we have dealt with our whole lives. And I can guarantee you, I don't know much about Josh, but he's probably not stupid. He's probably very painfully aware of this. Most of us are. And it probably weighs on him heavily. But he probably feels like he has no other options. And how could you feel like you have no other options when this thing is working for you in your career, in your social life? People love watching this content of him getting drunk and embarrassing himself on the internet. It's really sad. And I really hope that he's able to get out of it.
The thing is, he has always been out there. He's always been very loud in public, doing whatever and being carefree and not caring about what other people think of him, which is something I think comes with living in New York or going there every day like he does. So I don't really know or think he cares about fitting in much at all. He might though. It might be something he talks about in his TikTok lives or videos. I'm not an expert in them, but in my personal opinion, I think he simply just started drinking, liked it, became dependent, and started drinking more and more. There's even now an account on TikTok that goes over all the drinks Josh has in a day, even going into details about the cost, the calories, what time these were drank, how many drinks they count for, and his blood alcohol level and the time he should be sober. And from looking at the account at the time of recording this, Josh has been recently on a bender and has not been completely sober in days. And there are drinks he is most likely or definitely not keeping on record, so the amount of every detail could be higher than given in the videos.
Nobody's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
How would they know?
Warning. Drinking this amount and this often is dangerous and will lead to alcohol dependency. Do not do this at home. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. Real quick before we jump into the drink recap for yesterday the 23rd, I have some new updates to the spreadsheet requested by a handful of you guys. So now the drinks, the added BAC, the current BAC, spent, and calorie columns will all now be color-coded. The colors are based off of a heat map of the min and max values for those columns across the entire month. This way we'll be able to see on every daily recap how his day was compared to his month in general. I made this change for the entire sheet, so let's take a look at 2 of his previous days so you guys can kind of get a better idea of what this is going to look like. So this was November 15th. This was one of his lightest days, and you can kind of just tell that by looking now because this chart is mostly green, which means generally good, or at least better. And you can tell based off of the color at 7 p.m. that it's kind of a bad hour, but in general the day was pretty good. Now, let's take a look at the 17th, a couple days later, which was his worst day of the month. I think you guys know the day that I'm talking about. Yeah, this one. So here we can see the BAC column is green for 1 hour, and it's just yellow, orange, and red for the rest. This is also a pretty cool way to see how his BAC ramps up and ramps down throughout the day. You can also see, for example, 10 p.m. was his worst hour, where he had 4.5 standard drinks. You can really see how that 1 hour affected like the next 8 hours of his night just by looking at the BAC column. Anyways, thanks for the comments and suggestions. I'm always open to feedback. Let me know what you think about this change in the comments. On to the drink recap for yesterday the 23rd. Starting the day off at 5 p.m. we have what looks to be a 200 milliliter fireball for 4 standard drinks, $6 and 600 calories. Shortly after at 6 p.m. we've got a beer in the park for 1.5 standard drinks, $16 and 300 calories. Just an hour later we have a solo pitcher at 7 p.m. for 5 standard drinks, $22 and 500 calories. When Josh gets pitchers like this, I assume he doesn't drink the whole thing in an hour. To be fair, I usually spread it over the course of 2 hours, so if you see 7 and 8 p.m., they both have 2.5 standard drinks each, and the cost and calories and everything else is split up as well. And his last post of the night at 10 p.m., we've got a Tall Boy Mike's Harder Lemonade in a paper bag for 4 standard drinks, $6 and 500 calories. Today was a moderate day of drinking. Looking at his totals for the day, he had a total of 14.5 standard drinks, had a max BAC of 0.24, spent a total of $50, and drank a total of 1,900 calories. He also had an average BAC of 0.10 and spent a total of 5 hours sober.
Michael Quinn, a known leech of people with special needs on TikTok, made a TikTok of Josh, and in this TikTok, Josh claims that Michael and his family want him to cut down on drinking, and he plans to do so.
So my family wants me to cut down on the drinking. Quinn agrees, and I'm gonna do my best to keep the drinks at a manageable level responsibly.
Whether he will actually do this or not is unknown. It might be a long time before he actually does it. Maybe he'll never stop. We don't know. It's like that one friend saying he's going to quit vaping or smoking, and I feel like a lot of people in real life, the people that are watching this video, have some same experience of someone that says they're going to stop drinking or smoking, and they just continuously do so. A big question is, how likely is it he's truly going to stop? I don't think so at all, and I'll get more into that later. Despite Josh still drinking early in the day and still posting about it, Michael Quinn has been around and seems not to help at all, despite claiming he is so helpful to Josh in multiple TikToks. Also, just to add this in here as a little extra segment, Josh was also doing some tour of some sort, and here's a TikTok of it. I think it also kind of talks about like possibly more he's drinking off camera, and talks like, if you don't know, Josh did this like little tour thing, and just yeah, it's weird. I don't know who would really go on it, but here's the video.
So I went on the World of T-Shirts East Village and Brooklyn tour experience, and this is how it went. Okay, so firstly, I want to show you the waiver that I had to sign before I went on the tour because I just hilarious. So even after finding out that there's a high risk of me dying or becoming paralyzed, I still decided to go on the tour. You know what? So online it says the tour is $30, so I paid that, but when I showed up he said there was $20 more that I owed and that the $30 is just a deposit. Doesn't say that anywhere on the website, pretty sure he made it up on the spot. But anyways, we started the tour off by him singing us a song. Then he took us to this bar called McSwirly's where he bought us each one drink and filmed a TikTok with us. Then he brought us to the subway and the rest of the group ended up leaving, so it was just me and him. Oh, cute little date night. So then we go to another bar in Brooklyn, same thing, he gets us each one drink, but he gets us high noons this time. And this is how I realized why we paid the $20 in cash at the beginning, because he uses the cash to buy us the drinks that are supposed to be included in the $30 tour, but since people ditched, he had more money to spend on just two of us, so we could splurge on high noons instead of cheap beer. We went back to the subway, he kind of got into an altercation, this is him dragging me away from the scene. Then as soon as we get off the subway, he starts pissing in somebody's front yard immediately, almost gets in another altercation. We ended the tour in the liquor store, of course. Then I got to witness him making one of his famous downing a nip in the middle of the street style videos live and in person. Dreams really do come true.
It seems that Josh is going down the Daniel Larson route. If you don't know who Daniel Larson is, check out my ongoing series on him. Also, if you're wondering when the next episode is going to be, personally I have no idea. Maybe in the next month or so. I'm waiting for him to do more. But to go on, Josh is going down a dark road, and to be honest, it's entertaining. It's like reality TV, but on TikTok, and you never know what's coming next. Is he going to have another breakdown? Is he going to do another just drinking video? How much is he going to drink? Is he going to black out? And so on and so forth. He's had multiple incidences where he's caused trouble or got trolled, and it's just entertaining and funny. I'm not going to act like I care about him or like him, because truly I don't. He means nothing to me. But with the continued drinking, it's going to affect his health in multiple ways, and we'll just have to wait and see when those effects will kick in. Not gonna lie, I'm super curious to see what happens next, as he's starting to drink like all day and not be sober all day, but he's not really acting foolish yet, or at least not on his TikToks. I'm truly curious about what's gonna happen next, as something has to happen if he's been drinking a lot. I wonder what's next and how downhill he is gonna go. But that's the end of the video. Let me know what you all think about this in the comments down below. Personally, I don't think he'll ever stop drinking as long as he has free will. It's just so unlikely and so, like, kind of impossible in a way. Unless he runs out of money, which I don't think will ever happen, as lolcows are literally given money just to go do more crazy stuff. And in this case, it's his drinking. They want to see him black out and stuff. I don't really like drinking or the effects it can have on the people who do it and what effects it can have on the people around them. So if you are told you need to chill on it and you know you have a problem, please make an attempt to change, as every day you make progress is a huge step forward to a good future. But with all that said, thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Again, comment what you all think about this in the comments down below. What do you think is next? What issues are going to be coming up? Thank you all for 7,000 subscribers. I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving, and I hope you all were safe on Black Friday and didn't get mugged or, beat up. And in the end, I'm PERK 30, and
in conclusion, is the perfect example of what zero pussy does to a motherfucker.